All right, let's try once more as the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Morolong, will be visiting the family of missing journalist Aserie Ndlovu in KwaMhlanga in Mpumalanga today. Ndlovu, who's the founder of Capital Live FM, disappeared along with his partner Zodwa Mdhluli in February of this year. And as investigations continue, the Deputy Minister's visit highlights the government's commitment to press safety as well as solidarity with affected families during this difficult time. Let's try with our reporter Calvin Dludla, who is there and joins us for the latest updates. Hopefully you can hear me now. A very good afternoon to you. So has the Deputy Minister arrived at the family home yet?
Here in Mpumalanga, you would know that the Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Morolong, visited the family of the missing journalist Aserie Ndlovu here at KwaMhlanga, and then he briefed them about the updates of the investigations and everything that has to do with this case. But let me introduce Mama Mama sawubona kunjani siyaphila. Thank you very much ngokuthi nje usinikeze isikhatsi sakho bafikile ababuya khulumeni ezokubriefa ngokwenzekile. Bathini mama?
Ngijabule kakhulu ngalendlela abasiphathe ngakhona government, ngalendlela supporta ngakhona. Ngiva intimba wami ku right namuhla, akufani nalokuthi ngingazi ukuthi kwenzakalani. Ngazi government uyangithembisa ukuthi ilithembo leli likhona ngalibabhise ngalo. Abantwana bami batobuya, ngikhona ukuphumula, angilali. Ngibonga kakhulu lento support le ikhona ka government. Thank you.
Ngaphandle nje mama ukuthi kufike uDeputy Minister, amaphoyisa belokheza indla ekhaya ezokuchazela ukuthi kwenzekani ngecala.
Nebangasa kunkana sebakhuluma manje. Bathi lento livela manje bazokhona ukusazisa ukuthi kwenzakala lokho nalokho.
Undodana wayimalala ngomhla ka-18 mama kuFebruary, sekuyophela inyanga ezintathu manje enyamalele. Ngiyabona isimo sibhlungu, ngiyabona nawe uhlengezela inyembezi mama. Umndeni nje uphila kanjani njengoba ingane yawo nomakoti wayo benyamalele?
Akusimnanze emndenini, mangala kakhulu ukuthi abantwana bami kanti bakuphi namagodi labahambe baya khona. Ngibazi ukuthi balala badlile noma balala bangadlanga noma bambathile noma bakambathi. Mina ngilala endlini, bona ngibazi ukuthi balala esigangeni kumbe balala kuphi. Angazi nemvula, angazi ukuthi kwenzakala. uNkulunkulu na government ngiyabonga ngisupport lenginayo. Abantwana bamake mungakhale Mpumalanga mina ngisupport kakhulu government yangisupport nomphoyisa mungakhale kakhulu bebafune kuze abantwana basekhaya ngithi bamgancana kuza kutholakala ethuba kusikwenzakalani. Danke government, ngiyabonga kakhulu nemapholisa.
Mama angudedele sibonga kakhulu, siyaxolisa kakhulu ngokwenzekile. Sethemba ukuthi amaphoyisa nohulumeni bazokulekelela bayithola ngoba olahlekile intatheli njengoba nathi sicoshela indaba uza kwethu lo ozama ukuthatha ungathwe. Sibonga kakhulu mama, sikudedele sibonga kakhulu. Well Alicia, you could hear umama Olina explaining about the ordeal, saying that it's difficult for the whole family to deal with this issue. She is crying, understandably so, because her son went missing on the 10th of February. It's May now, Alicia, and nothing is happening. But let me introduce the Deputy Minister rather. Thank you very much, Deputy Minister Morolong. You went inside, we saw you engaging with an acting provincial commissioner of SABC here and the family, and you are updating them. What is the update?
Well, we have received an update from the police. When we came here earlier, we met with the police, and we had quite an engaged discussion on the process thus far, and we can safely report that we are confident that the police will in due course make pronouncements on the strides made on this case. But the sense we have received from the police is that there has been significant progress registered with respect to the investigation. You would know that there's a joint investigation between the Gauteng and Mpumalanga to crack this case. And encouraged by the fact that these investigations that are doing seems to be yielding some bit of progress. And as we said, the police will, on their own accord and at their own time, make necessary pronouncement on this matter. We are also in no position to delve into the discussions that ensued between ourselves and the police, because we are quite careful that we make these ongoing investigations. We, however, are quite content with what we have received as updates from the police. We also wish to say that we came to this family and our mother here welcomed us warmly. We were well received, warmly received, and as she has indicated, continuing to receive support from the National Press Council. Because as you know, Zbusiso was an esteemed member of the National Press Council, and we also continue to provide support in all ways and forms possible as government, because we attach premium to media freedom. Yesterday was the World Press Freedom Day, United Nations General Assembly, and these were call enjoined on government to support media freedom. It also reinforces the Universal Declaration the United Nations on Human Rights, particularly Chapter 19 of 1948. So we are quite encouraged by the work that the police have done. As you know, the media is the life of our democracy, and we see this as an attack not just on the media freedom, but we also see this as an attack on our constitutional democracy. And that is why we're encouraged by all the efforts undertaken by the police to ensure that those who are responsible for this hideous act are brought to book. But we're also confident, and we pray for the safe return of our loved ones. The media continues to hold both the private sector and the public sector accountable on their actions and on their decisions, and the media and particularly media practitioners must be protected. Gone are the days where journalists were censored, attacked, and when 1994 breakthrough was realized, we undertook that never again shall journalists be harassed, never again shall journalists be attacked, never again shall journalists be censored. And this government continues to place high premium on upholding media freedom.
I know, without you divulging much or telling us more on this case, because I remember when you had the media briefing, you did say you don't want to mention much information because that might jeopardize the case. But have you given the subs a turnaround time? It's close to 3 months.
We don't want to interfere with the work of the police. As I said, we're encouraged that this work is undergoing, or is ongoing rather, and we are also confident that it will, as I said, the requisite results. When we went into this meeting with the police, they gave us a sense that they have made huge strides, and that they will in due course make necessary pronouncements on the strides that they've been able to make, and the update on ongoing investigations that continue to ensue.
Now, the interaction between the family is constant.
Well, the interaction is constant. As I said, we wish to thank members of the National Press Council for continuing to provide managed aid to the family, to both families rather, to the Ndlovu family and the family of the partner. And that is why when we met earlier, we also met with the sister and the son of the missing partner. And as I said, the support is not just extended from National Press Council, it's extended from the local leadership. As you saw, the mayor was here, a member of parliament, MP Skosana was also here to simply extend solidarity with the family, because we know the value of solidarity. We know the value of supporting those who are in dire need, and that is why as government we will continue to provide much needed support to the family.
My last question to you is that because I know the Government Communication Information Systems, our GCIS, and falls under your portfolio. Now, don't you think that maybe there was a message to journalists to shut up?
Well, I don't think that we will ever in this country allow our journalists to be silenced. We will never allow our journalists to be attacked. We will never allow our journalists to be intimidated. And that is why we see this as an attack on media freedom. And that is why we are rising as government to say, gone are those days where journalists used to be subjected to attack by the erstwhile regime. And that is why we are here to reinforce our support, not just to the family, but also to journalists, to yourselves, that we want you to continue to hold us accountable. And we want you to do that fearlessly. And we are also encouraging the police to continue to protect those who need their protection. And that is why we are saying that we encourage that the police are making all efforts to ensure that this matter, or this case rather, is resolved. This case rather is resolved and finalized.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. Well, Alicia, that was a Deputy Minister in the Presidency, Kenny Morolong. The reason why he's here is because government communications information system falls under his portfolio. He was here with the family earlier, and he was here with the acting provincial subs commissioner and the mayor of this area. They were updating the family, Alicia, about the progress or updates about the case. You would understand that Sposiso went missing on the 18th of February with his partner Zodwa, and now he is saying that he's encouraged about the progress of the case. He doesn't want Alicia, of course, to say much to the media, because they told us that that might have a negative impact on the case. But for now, let me say back to you in studio.
Thank you so much. SABC News reporter there in KwaMhlanga at the family home of disappeared journalist Aserie Ndlovu, who disappeared with his partner Zodwa Mdhluli, and they've been missing now since February of this year.